Teresa lost another job. We talked about this before. The wives at sea. It was supposed to be Teresa Dolo and the slob kebab. You know, my friend, the slob kebab, Aiden. That's not really nice, David. It's not really nice to call someone a slob kebab. By the way, it's not about her looks. It has nothing to do with looks. I don't talk about people's looks. She's sloppy. She tries to clap back. She gets it all wrong. She's very witty with the one-liners, but she's all over the place. Like she tries to have her big aha moment and she fails. I mean, Teresa's been, doing this and that allegedly with the bloggers for years. She got away with that shit with the scumbag lawyer, but the scumbag lawyer is fired now, so we don't need to worry about him anymore. Jennifer Aiden, for 1 minute, she had leaked some screeners, and the next thing you know, all her DMs are all over the place. Jennifer Aiden leaks screeners. She's in trouble. So that's what I mean. She's a slob kebab because, like, she tries to play with the big boys, and you gotta laugh, Jennifer Aiden. She's so innocent, right? She don't got it in her. She falls apart. It's like the woman who's like, or man who's walking down the street and all the shit is falling out of their bag. That's like the slob kebab. But anyway, my point is, she lost her job because she went psychotic over Jersey Mike's, and they replaced it with Shannon Bedore because I guess she's a big draw, this Shannon Bedore. I don't know. But anyway, Wives at Sea, we talked about last week. They put the thing on hold. Well, it's another job loss for Miss Teresa. But I got to give credit to the Chrissy Balls over here. Chrissy Balls, you guys all know Chrissy Balls. And I got to say, I like Chrissy Balls. I like still Trey Fab. You know, some of these Bravo bloggers, but these New Jersey bloggers, like, you know, when I say I don't give a shit, like I truly from the bottom of my heart don't give a shit. Love my job. Don't care if I'm friends with any of these housewives. Please enjoy BravoCon, everybody. These bloggers, these people that do what I do, they're gonna be there. They're gonna kiss ass, and there's no shade in that. There is no shade in that's what you have a cast 90210, any big TV show. Everyone has a different thing, right? The different people are different off air in their personal time. Everyone do you. I'm the real deal. I don't give a shit. So I just tell it like it is. So when I have like a Chrissy Balls or like a Still Tray Fab, like I love people that just don't scare. That don't scare. I don't like when someone tries to intimidate someone. I'm a lawyer, so you try to come after me, I'll tell you what my lawyers have done to people, but we don't have time for that here today. But the average person gets scared. They do, and that's very understandable. That's what these things are like. Last person I sued, my lawyer said, should we send a cease and desist first? See, here's the thing about a cease and desist. When you send that, you save yourself a couple $1,000s. If you file an actual thing in the court, just by its default, filing that, the filing fees, the process for that, it's at least $3,000 more money without even thinking about it than a cease and desist. So when someone, I said, I'm not sending anyone a cease and desist. That's like, no, that's a waste of our time. That's going to be, you're going to wipe your asshole with that. You know what I mean? It's going to be brown when you're done. It's going to throw it away. So I just sued the person. So when I see people get cease and desist, I pretty much have strong feelings on it myself. It's a lot of people get scared. And look, I'm not fighting anyone's battles for them. You know what I mean? Like you can book me for consulting. You guys do. I have helped someone sue their company. I am not a lawyer. I mean, I am a lawyer, but I do not practice. So when I say I helped someone sue a company, she hired legal counsel, sue her company. I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I say to someone, this ain't legal advice. I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just from someone that ran HR, and this is what this girl got a shitload of money from her fucking company. I was like, good for you. But I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not giving legal advice when we do our consulting. I'm just giving you my opinion. And if I think you have a case, it's called call a lawyer. But I love when someone doesn't scare. So Chrissy Balls, Teresa, the job, Wives at Sea. Chrissy Balls reported on it just like we did. But she had a lot of, things to say as I would if we could just focus on Teresa, but we got other things to talk about. Well, Wives at Sea was not happy with Ms. Balls's report. Granted, I do personally have a problem with something that's canceled. There's a lot of things which have been canceled in the world. When something is canceled and it's like, is this person offered like normally like when a concert is canceled, it's like this is the new date of the concert. You can either keep your tickets and go to the new date, or if it's booked in 6 months and you're getting married that day, or you're just planning on sleeping in, you can hit the button for a refund. You have 2 weeks to ask for your refund, and if you don't, that's that. But everyone's offered a refund. I do have a little bit of a problem with a cruise that's canceled where no refund is offered, and we're gonna reschedule the cruise, but we don't have an actual date. I do think that's a little strange. But Miss Balls had a lot to say about this, and good for her. But Wives at Sea, well, I guess fans at sea, sent her something, which, by the way, when you get a cease and desist, first of all, I don't think it means anything. I'm not saying to ignore it, but it's certainly not in the form of a DM or an Instagram comment. So fans at sea wrote to Chrissy Balls, who was just saying, like, this is a little suspicious, which is that's the great thing about America, Australia, where we have a lot of listeners. Chrissy Balls can have an opinion, and then each of you can make up your own opinion. So she can clearly say she finds this suspicious. That's nothing wrong with that. And then you could say, oh, it's innocent. It's not suspicious. Or, yeah, I agree with you. It's a beautiful thing. Everyone gets to make up their mind. But they wrote back to her and they said, with all due respect, you should know what you're speaking about before making one of your hateful and defamatory, slanderous videos, defaming our company and completely misrepresenting the facts of the matter. You know, you guys all love to throw around the word defamation and slander. The thing is, you can't just say that. There needs to be an actual statement that that's tied to. So I'd like to know what fans at sea is referring to that Chrissy said that was defamation. By the way, when someone's up in the public eye, in New York at least, you need to meet the slap statutes. FYI for all the non-lawyers there. Again, book me for consulting. I can really help. But you have to show that there was malicious intent when someone is a public figure. So you can say something about someone, whether it's, truth is a defense to defamation, but you also have to show malicious intent. If someone's just doing their job, that doesn't sound like malicious intent to me. But again, I'm not a practicing lawyer, so hire someone if you think anyone has a case. But I don't know what this sounds very vague. There's nothing they're referring to, just a video. You'd have to actually say, Ms. Balls, you referred to these following three specific statements, and that's what this is very general, which right there ain't nothing. If there was any way to proceed, we would have, because the thing is on hold now. We have spent a great deal of time, money, and effort and are just as disappointed as anyone else. Okay, I believe that. By the way, again, when you're threatening someone, it ain't gonna be in a fucking DM. Or a fucking Instagram comment, even worse. The three ladies were incredible to work with. Were they though? Was Teresa really easy to work with? Shannon Bedore was easy to work with. Maybe Desperate Dolores, okay? The three ladies were incredible to work with, and that includes Teresa. Now, here's where it's weird. Why, if you're a company, do you give a shit about saying something nice about Teresa? It sounds like Teresa's sitting there while this guy writes this. And that includes Teresa, whom you often love to criticize and get wrong most of the time. Well, why do they care if she criticizes Teresa or gets it wrong? If that's her brand and her business and she's making $1 on it,